So what happens when you get dropped into a mystery location with no phone, no watch, no map, and no idea where you are? But the kicker is you have to figure it out on national television. Well, that's Destination X. And somehow they cast me. I'm going to tell you how it all went down. Hi, I'm Rick. You might know me as Birding with Rick if you follow me on Instagram or YouTube. But I have a new and an unexpected persona for this year, for 2025. And that's as a reality TV star. In this video, I'm going to tell you about my experience as a brand new reality TV participant and leading up to the filming. And I want to hear from you. So drop me your thoughts in the comments as I go. After, I'm going to give you a behind the scenes scoop. I'll show you how you can watch the show, whether you're in the US or in Canada. Spoiler, I'm up in Canada, or beyond. Let's get into it. First off, if you're in production for the show, don't get mad that I'm wearing this shirt. Somehow it ended up in my suitcase when I got home. I don't know. Don't get mad. I keep getting asked, what is Destination X all about? Well, imagine Amazing Race meets James Bond meets Survivor. That's how we thought it was going to be, until we realized it's actually a lot harder. In Destination X, 10 people board on the bus, a blacked out bus. So all the windows are covered. We cannot see out. But it's a pretty sweet bus. It's like a rock star bus with comfy chairs. We can recline them. There's sofas. There's little places where, you know, 1 or 2 people can meet. There's places where 5 or 6 people can meet. I mean, it's got cameras everywhere. It's got that, but it's a pretty cool bus.
Wow. Now, you want to see their ride? It is kind of rock star. Welcome to my Destination X bus. All they have to look at is themselves. The windows, wow, are blacked out. Almost at all times.
Look up there! It's got
Here is the one maybe seating area that they can possibly form their alliances, do a little strategizing without everybody hearing.
Rick is a snake, watch your back with him. What?
So if they don't like each other, too bad.
It's a pretty cool bus. But we don't know where we are. We can't get out. We can't see out. We can't see signs. And we can't talk to locals. It's really soundproof, so you can't even hear what's going on outside. Like the road noise, you can't hear it. And when we get out of the bus, we can't see or hear because they put these goggles on us, right? You've seen the goggles in the video, right? They're blacked out, right? And then also we've got earplugs in. And sometimes if they're really cautious, the production team will put 2 sets of earplugs and another set of blindfolds on. So double blind, double earplugs. You can't see or hear anything. No clues. No, they're very careful about that. And we're dropped into a mystery location. We don't know, I mean, you have to get clues to figure out where you are. And to get a clue, you have to win a challenge. And sometimes the clues are good. Sometimes the clues are confusing. Sometimes the clues only make sense later in the game. Or I get half a clue and somebody else gets half a clue, and it's not until we compare do we actually get the full picture. So they're forcing alliances, right off the bat. And the goal is to figure out where the bus is. But here's the twist. It's not just figuring it out. It's knowing where on the map it is. Like if you think the location is pick a city, but then if you can't find it on the map, it does you no good. So at the end of each episode, we go into this place called the map room. And it's a place on the bus with a chair, with a screen, and an iPad in front of you. I probably can't say iPad, so there's a tablet in front of you, okay? And on that tablet is a digital map. It's just like a Google map you would use on your phone where you can zoom in. And the more you zoom, the more details you see, right? So first off, you get Europe, and then you can scroll in and you see a country. Then you scroll in some more and you can find the city. And you can even scroll in more and find monuments and street names and stores. And that's when you have to place an X. But there's a timer. So you're constantly worried about not running out of time. you gotta place the X.
Welcome to the map room, the single most important room in this game.
The map room is extremely dangerous.
The end of every episode will end with players in this very room.
First timer. Oh, this is so cool.
See, now the object is for the players to figure out where the hell they are.
I think I'm in Rome.
We could be really close to Germany.
My brain is fried. And then you come back to the main room, and Jeffrey Dean Morgan comes out. And now we're all nervous because we've placed our X, but we don't know where Josh placed it or where I placed it. So we're all a little nervous. And then Jeffrey Dean Morgan comes out and says, the player who is furthest away is Rick. And then I have to get up. And we never see Rick again.
The player that is furthest away leaves my bus. The player that dropped their X furthest away from where we are right now is...
No!
Oh my God!
That's how it goes. The person who's furthest away, immediately off the bus. Bye-bye, sayonara. And then, so who's in the show? It's 12 strangers. I had never met any of these people, right? It starts with 10. And you'll see this on episode 1. There's 10 of us in the bus. But we've been teased that there's 2 more people, Janae and Pete, who aren't in the bus yet. All right. And it's total chaos. All the different characters, right? Some are brainy, some are brawny, some, well, you'll see. When I took my goggles off, looked around on the plane, I was like, oh my gosh, what did I get myself into? Here's a quick rundown of the cast. All right. Biggie.
I'm 29, single as a Pringle, ain't never left the U.S. in my life, so screw it, why not? Let's send it.
Funniest guy on the planet. He's hilarious. You're going to want to go follow him on Instagram. That guy he's brilliant on his skits. Funny guy, even funnier in person. Love Biggie. Allie.
Every guy I meet, I tend to think is my husband.
Great smile. She got distracted though, a few times. I'll let you guess on what distracted her.
On a bus, it's just like a massive adult 24/7 sleepover.
Kim, a hoot from Hawaii.
I feel like some of these players are so, like, they don't have a clue.
She's the mom of the bus, right? I was the old guy, she was the old lady. Sorry for calling you an old lady, Kim. But you are not the typical old lady. Like, funny, had a story for everything, and always caught us off guard because the way you would just pipe up with something that was just so hilarious off the wall, we all just went, what the frig? That was Kim saying, what the frig? You're gonna love watching Kim. Next, Shane, my boy from Indianapolis.
Everybody's egos are gonna come out and I plan to take advantage.
I was born in Indiana. He's from the Hoosier State. And we're like, yeah, let's do this. Hoosier boys. Smart guy. Super smart and athletic. I was scared of Shane from the get-go. From how strong, how fast, how athletic he is. So watch out for my boy Shane. Jonah. Super sweet. Nerdy. Unique. Like, he's so young and has written so many books.
I've written 6 books and I'm working on a 7th. I love seeing cool I want to see everything.
My brain has been fried thinking about this.
All about, fantasy. This guy's an encyclopedia. What I loved about Jonah is his face lit up when we were talking about movies or books. His genres, like I come to now to find out, he's got this huge TikTok following on books and fantasy novels. And that's what makes this guy tick. Super fun guy. Mac. Mac. I had my eye on Mac immediately when I saw her on the bus. She is smart.
My strategy going into this game is to build an alliance with the weakest player, get them to trust me, and then once I reach a point where I have no idea where I am, then I'll just lie.
Come to find out, a lawyer, right, and has traveled and backpacked across Europe. When we found out about her, we're like, Mac is I don't know. She's such a well-seasoned traveler and a gamer. I was worried about Mac as early on as a threat, the brainy one. Oh, you're gonna like watching Mac. Ty was next to me on the plane. She was the first one I saw when I took my goggles off. I'm like, all right, she seems great.
Definitely tell that we have some people here that are hungry to win. I only have one kidney because I donated the other one to my dad about 6 years ago.
Come to find out, she's a flight attendant and a lawyer. I was like, okay. She's got the travel, she's got the smarts. Whew, all right, put her on the list of people to watch. Oh, Ty. Turns out we become really good friends on the bus. Spoiler alert. Josh. I didn't know who Josh was. I've never watched Big Brother. I didn't watch The Challenge. So other people knew him immediately. It was a surprise to me. Maybe I was too naive.
You may know me from competing and winning Big Brother Season 19. I'm a pretty good shower singer. I'm gonna annoy my busmates.
But man, he can be divisive. Right away, he was the pro. He was the one coming in, playing hard, right? Creating teams, creating alliances. And I was just so shell-shocked on the cameras and being in the midst of it all that he was 12 steps ahead of me, at most of us, because of his experience being on TV and in front of the camera. In the end, we all looked up to Josh because he knew how to ask for things for the cast. I mean, he was our spokesperson because of his experience. So I'll always appreciate that about Josh. Josh, got to watch out for Josh. Rachel, sharp, super smart, team-minded.
I am Rachel. I've been training for this moment my whole life. I am a pop culture queen.
She was the only one who was married with me on the bus, so we connected over that. And I enjoyed getting to know her throughout our time on the bus together. Rick, that's me. And here's the chaos. We're friends, but we're also allies one minute, rivals the next. So why did I think I had what it takes? Well, I'm not a survivalist. I'm not a pro athlete. I'm probably 25 years past my athletic prime. But I'm a birder. And that counts. Birdwatching taught me to slow down, to observe carefully, to read the environment, to read the room, stay calm under pressure. I've also been to 49 countries, and I love games. I love strategy and games. Think Catan, Monopoly, cards, euchre. If I can track birds through the South African jungle, I think I can track a bus through Europe. How did I prepare for Destination X? Well, if you were going on a mystery travel game show, what would you study first? Let me know in the comments below. I chose birds because that's what I love. And I'm already good at bird watching. So if I can study the birds of Europe, maybe they're going to give me clues. I watched all the other Destination X clips from around the world. I studied memory techniques. So no guidebooks or rule books exist for this game. It was all up to us to decide how to prepare for this. I did maps, I did capitals, I did flags, I did countries, I did roads. What would you have done? Do you think birding helped me on this show? Tell me why or why not in the comments below. All right, right before the game got started, they put us on a plane. But it didn't start there. They put us in a room before the plane. We didn't know a plane was coming. We only know now that it was an airport. But we put us in a room. They took our watch. They took our phone. They took all the batteries out of everything. No electronics at all. They searched our bag, went through everything, make sure nobody was bringing anything, no cheating. Brought us to a room, blindfolded, earplugs, but I could tell other people were in the room. This is when they were all getting us situated to get on the plane for the first time. And then we went off. And then when we landed and that blacked out bus pulled up, I was like, all right, here we go. No windows, no clues, just mystery. What did I sign up for? The game began. So what did I know going into the game? Not much. Basically what I've told you. I didn't have the rules until just before the game started. We didn't know the prize. We didn't know the timeline, how long we're going to be gone. We didn't know who the host was. It was all a mystery. So those reactions you see in the first episode, those are real because we didn't know. Even now, I don't know how the show's going to come out. I haven't seen it. I'm going to watch it for the first time with you on May 27th and every Tuesday thereafter. I don't know how I'm going to be edited. I don't know what they're going to show, what they're going to cut. Maybe they're going to cut me as a character. I don't know. But there are some things I do know. I have some behind the scenes information and I want to share it with you. So I've created a Patreon account. Have you ever heard of this? Patreon. It's a place where creators go, share things, and their followers can go watch. I'm going to share the link with you in a pinned comment below. Go follow my Patreon, and that's where you're going to get all the tea. We were living in real time. There was no second takes, right? It was 24 hours a day on the bus, hundreds of cameras filming all the time. Our mics, always on. Yes, our mics was on when we were into the bathroom. There was 2 mics in our bunk beds, so anything that happened in the bunk, there was a camera and 2 mics in there, so it's on film. Yikes. The only time our mics came off was in the shower. They didn't want to get wet. No scripts, right? There was nobody coaching us what to say. This was real life on a bus. It was just us, the players, Jeffrey, and the game. So how do you watch the show? A lot of people have been asking me about this. Well, it depends on where you live. If you're in the US, it's on NBC, right? May 27th, 10 p.m. Tuesday nights after America's Got Talent. It's a great time slot. Now, the next day, so it'll be Wednesday, or maybe even midnight Tuesday, I don't know, but the next day it's going to be on Peacock, where you can stream it. So make sure if you're streaming on Peacock, get the Premium Plus, and that you'll be able to watch it on NBC Live if you don't have cable. There you go. There's a tip for you. So if you're in Canada, if you're in my neck of the woods, you know, I want all of Canada rooting on Team Rick here. If you're in Canada, congratulations. It was just picked up by Rogers and City TV. So if you have cable in Canada, you can watch it there at citytvplus.ca. So in the US, Peacock or NBC. In Canada, Rogers, City TV. Anywhere else, if you're outside of those countries, you're going to need a VPN and then get Peacock or get creative. Okay. If you live near me up in Canada, Picton, Ontario, send me a message. I'll invite you maybe to one of my private viewing parties. You'll watch it together. If you're curious how a small town birder ended up as a star, no, I'm not a reality star, as a participant in an international massive reality TV show, subscribe, because I'm going to be sharing all the behind the scenes, episode breakdowns, and maybe some of the clues that others missed and that I saw. So let's find out. How far did I make it? Are the birds that I see actually going to help me find out where I'm at?